the video. Today we got a stretch routine. Now this video is intended more for my clients, the people who are going to be working with me. But if you work out a lot and you're tight, this is definitely going to help you out. So let's get into it. This is a follow along routine. We're starting off with the neck. Each stretch we do is 20 seconds. So we're just doing this from the top to the bottom is how I start. I've been doing this for 3 years. I think I started working out now. It's been more than 3 years, actually. 20 seconds, boom. Now I do the other side. 1, 2. This is, you gotta start doing this, especially if you work out. Because if you're working out and you don't do this, you're probably gonna get injured. Alright, so we was just doing sideways like this, but what I want you guys to do is go diagonally down, okay? Diagonally down. And then we do the other side, diagonally down. Especially if you work sitting down all day, your neck gets tight, your hips get tight. Or if you're active the whole day, your muscles are gonna get tight too. And then we're gonna go up. You wanna keep your jaw closed by pushing up. Alright, now, I just cracked my wrist. Now is the classic forearm stretch. Not the forearm, the classic tricep stretch. You know what I'm saying? Just loosen up your triceps and your rear delts. Do a nice little 20 seconds. And this is something you guys can do and I recommend doing every single day because you really want to be loose. Like you don't want to be tight. Like when you wake up, you want to feel good, right? Especially if you get like no sleep. You work all the time, you get no sleep. You don't want to be tight the next day, man. Come on. And then the other side, boom. Alright, now come with me to the wall. So what I like to do here, I put my hand straight right on the wall. So look, I'm putting my arm here and I'm just leaning into the wall. Stretching out your whole arm and especially your chest. Your chest and your bicep should be the main parts you feel the stretch on. We got my guy Goku right here. Actually, that's Gogeta. Shout out to my brother Alex. You got me that. Nice little 20 seconds, boom. And now the other side. 5, 6, 7, 8. Does it look good, Dad? Mm-hmm. You can see my whole arm?
Yep.
Now we're gonna move on. So that got our biceps and that got our chest a little bit, but we want to get our chest even more. So I'm gonna show you guys the back way. You go into a door frame and you're gonna put your arm like how I have it, just straight into it like an L, and then you're just gonna lean into it, and you're gonna feel the stretch on your chest. And if you look down, you get an even more intense stretch. You really want to lean into it without hurting yourself. Boom, boom. Now I'll show you the front side. It's the same thing. Your arm's like an L. You can't even go higher if you want, and higher does feel good too. You know, you can just feel it out, whatever feels good for your body. And we're just gonna look down. Boom. Ooh, I really feel this one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we got our whole chest. Another good one is if you go like this, you're gonna grab your arm and you're gonna pull your elbow back like that. And the goal here is to stretch your rear delt. You just wanna pull it. Boom. Stretch the rear delt. Same thing on the other side, grab your elbow, pull it in, stretch your rear delt. Scooby, come here, Scooby. Scooby, you wanna stretch? You wanna stretch, Scooby? Come on. I think Scooby's trying to stretch. Scooby, you trying to stretch? Alright, so now, boom, we're done with that. Now we're gonna go on to our wrists, our forearms actually, because we gotta stretch our forearms. So let's get down on the floor, right? And how I do it is I go like this, boom. Just pull your forearms back and lean a little bit. If you can't do this, if you really like are struggling, like you're like here and it hurts, you could just go like this and just pull on your wrist yourself. Or you could just go as much as you can, but I can go all the way down because I've been doing this every single day. And then we're just gonna do 20 seconds. Show Scooby. Can you see Scooby? So, now, same thing on the other side. I'm just gonna go like this. This one might hurt more, but again, if you can't do this, just go like this and just do it yourself as much as you can. We're gonna do 20 seconds. This is our new dog right here. This is my guy Scooby right here. Scooby Doo. Seconds. Now this next stretch I'm about to show you guys is for your lats. All those pull-ups you do, you want to stretch that out. So what I do, we stay on the floor, we're not gonna get up, right? And we're gonna just go like this, right? We're gonna put our right arm in front of our knee, and we're gonna lean over and just try to pull as far as you can. And you're trying to feel the stretch here. You really want to pull. You can even, like, when you're really far, you're gonna move this arm back here so you can get an even more intense stretch. That's 20. So now, same thing. And then as we get more into the stretch, you kind of like lean a little bit more back. You should be feeling it all like on your lat, basically below your armpit, all here. It's one of your biggest muscles in your body, so you gotta stretch it. And now, the most important muscle in your body. Watch out, Scooby. Go, Scooby-Doo, go. You're gonna go like this, Scooby. Alright, you're gonna go like this. And you're just gonna go with the yoga ab stretch pose. 20 seconds. This one, you do not want to hurt your low back, because you could hurt your low back doing this if you really push hard. So just find that spot that you feel good, because that's the last thing we want, to pull a muscle in the middle of a stretch. That would suck. Alright, now, this is gonna especially help for all you people who work sitting down all day. You're gonna put your leg in an L pose. You see my leg, how it's in an L pose, my knee is straight. And then this leg, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. It doesn't really matter too much. I like to put it a little, excuse me, I like to put it a little more back. For the beginners, you would just go down like this, right? But if you have flexibility like me, you would go down into your foot. It makes it even more intense. And the more you can go to your foot and down, the more intense the stretch. And I can lean all the way down because I've just been doing this every day. But if you can't, then you're just gonna be up here, right? So, 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Alright, boom. Now, same thing, other leg. Boom. Beginners here, flexible boys here, flexible people here. I really feel my hip slowly opening up as I do this. You can feel it. Alright, now, this stretch, I remember this because when I first started off, I could not do this. And most people can't do this. Go really wide. Really, really wide. Damn near the splits. Alright, Scooby, you're gonna have to move. But you just wanna go as wide as you can and as far as you can, right? So if you can only go like this, most people can probably just go like this and they're stuck, which is okay, you know? If you do this stretch every day, you're gonna notice that you're gonna go lower and lower and lower and lower and lower and lower until you're at a pancake. And then you can just stretch here and just stay here. Right, Scooby? Now we're gonna do 20 seconds. Oh. Now, I like to do this. You might be able to hear me right now, so watch this. I learned this in football, this stretch right here. This is not a stretch, this is just to crack your back, but since we're already down, we're gonna do it. You're gonna put one leg over the other. You're gonna put your elbow here, and then see if you can hear me. I don't know if you heard that. Let me see the other side. Boom, boom. Yep. And liquid. Alright, so now, what do we got next? We got hamstring. Ooh, this is a good one. I cannot forget about this. So we're already down on the floor. So you're gonna put this leg over here. You're gonna grab your knee. You're gonna grab your foot, like wrap around your foot. And then you're just gonna pull and lean back. And you should feel the stretch here, like on your glute, on the side of your glute. And you should just pull into it deep. Pull into that, you know? You gotta stretch into your glute. You're on your legs all day. Using your legs all day. Oh. Then we just grab the other leg, do the same thing. Pull it, pull from your knee, and pull from your ankle. Just pull to your chest. And you can slowly feel it kind of opening up down here, near your hip area. And a lot of the time when people have hip problems, like hip pain, it's that they gotta stretch their glutes because their glutes pull on it. If you have hip pain, you stretch your glutes and it'll probably help you out, especially if you sit down all day. Or if you're like a truck driver sitting down all day still, pushing your leg, you know what I'm saying? So now we move on to our back of our legs, hamstrings, glutes. Now everybody knows this stretch where you just go down like this and you touch the floor. If you can't do that, that's cool, but what I do, you feel this way better. You're gonna like stick out your butt almost, so you're gonna be like, you're gonna go in a hip hinge is what it's called, the scientific term, hip hinge, where you just turn your pelvis out, aka stick your butt out. And then you keep that out while keeping your chest up, big chest, and you just go down. You feel it way more. And then as you get lower, it gets harder and harder and harder. But if you can keep that chest up, and your chest is gonna go down a little bit, but if you can just keep that up while sticking your pelvis out and touch the floor, it's a way more intense stretch. Seconds. This is as opposed to doing just like this, right? You go like this and you feel it way more. So boom, now we're done. Now our legs feel like jelly. And now you got the classic basketball stretch you do right before practice. Football stretch, everybody does this for your quads. You know what I'm saying? But if there's any people who stretch also that I missed them, let me know if there's some good ones. But this is what I've been doing for years and it served me well, so it's probably a good idea to share it. Same thing on the other side. And we're almost done. We just need one more stretch after this. Alright, now, especially if you're a runner or you do any type of athletic things, you want to stretch your calves, right? So the one I like to do is you put your hands against a wall and you just lean back with your left leg and you stretch out your calf. The more you can lean and push the wall, the more you're going to feel the stretch. I feel it on my left calf like that. Just stretching it out. Boom, bada bing, boom, pow. We got the other leg now. Boom. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that would be where we finish the stretch, right? But if you have a foam roller like this is when you use the foam roller right after. I'm gonna do my back and I'm gonna see if you guys can hear it, but I know it's gonna crack my back for sure. Cause it always does. Like, I could do it anytime and it will crack my back. Let's see if you can hear it. Did you hear that? Or not really? No, okay. Well, I just felt like 4 cracks pretty much. But if you guys didn't hear that, it doesn't really matter. I still cracked my back. The main 2 foam roll exercises I want to show you guys is that back one, and then there's one for your glutes. You're gonna go like this, you're gonna sit on it, and then you're gonna put, this would be for your left glute. We're gonna foam roll our left glute. You're gonna put this leg over like this, and then you're gonna sit on your glute, that left cheek, that left booty cheek. And you're gonna find that spot that just burns. When I first did this, it burned so much, but now it's just like I'm good because I do it all the time. That I could just roll it and I don't really feel nothing. But for people who never did this, you're gonna feel it burn like crazy. And that's good. You just want to sit on it. You just want to sit on the burn and just leave it there. If you can move it a little bit, then move it a little bit. But if it burns in a certain spot, just do it there until it loosens up. And then over time, you're gonna be here like, ah. And then over time, your knee's gonna be like this. You're gonna be opening up slowly and slowly and slowly until you're like that. And then you just open. And then you do the other side, boom, like this, boom, boom. And even if you're already loose, it's good to do this anyway because foam rolling, it circulates your muscles more, so it allows more blood flow in your muscles, and that's always good, especially if you're tight. So after that, we do like your hamstrings, right? You go into hamstrings, you go into calves right after, like this, boom, nice little calves, and then you go into quads, like this, boom, quads. There's this one spot on your quads too. This spot right here, this side of the quad, if you foam roll this, you will feel such a tight burn, but it's good. It's like a good burn. You wanna release that. When I first started, that was so tight. And think about it, if your muscles are tight, especially ones that are like right by your knee, like the number one spot you want healthy, your knee and your shoulder, like that's a problem, especially if you're trying to do physical things. You on a basketball team, or you wrestling, or you just living life tight, you know? I wouldn't want to do that. So boom, stretch that out. You can just play with it, find the spot that feels good, and then boom, you are done with the stretch routine. I don't know how long that was, but it was worth it. That was the video. If you like the video, Peace.